Hello, hello. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I have not been doing anything with Mother Africa be calling. Mother Africa be calling this page. Just want to apologize to those who subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I just took a break. I've been back in the U.S. for a while. It's been a minute, but I'm waiting to get back over on the land. But anyway, I'm coming to you this evening, March 29th, 2013, just to talk about something that's been going on over on the continent. We know from just looking at news cycles that Vice President Kamala Harris has been traveling to the continent. She's been going around trying to push this immoral lifestyle on the people of the continent. They're upset about Uganda. Uganda passed a law, that basically puts people who are involved in homosexuality in big trouble. I believe, from what I heard, they could even get death penalty or something like that. But anyway, our vice president in this country is over in Ghana, and they're trying to force this lifestyle on those countries. I mean, it is ridiculous, and this is why. This is one of the reasons why. Just one of the many reasons why this country is referred to as Babylon, modern day Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, because it's all about confusion. It paints itself just like Satan as an angel of light. I mean, think about it. They are over there in the motherland talking about rights, human rights, and all this stuff that's going on in the United States. Speaking of human rights, the way we as a people, the children of Israel, aka African Americans, I mean, we have been treated like worse than cattle at times in this country. Um, and we have been mistreated and murdered and hung, and we're still getting killed under the color of law. You have law enforcement officers shooting us in the back, killing our women, children, and men. Uh, and Nothing. I mean, this country talking about rights when we have to live in terror as black people, the children of Israel here. I mean, any given time, you could be pulled over by police and lose your life. Okay? And that police know that because he knows that to get in trouble for something like that would be unusual. Okay? Because the wheels of justice is on their side. You know what? Not only that, you got talking about human rights. Look, you got black men, talking about Hebrew Israelites, us here, that have been accused of crimes intentionally set up by police and prosecutors and put in jail, some for 40 and 50 years. And then they know from DNA, they got evidence, and they know that it's a lie. And they still hold these people in prison. And then sometimes they're forced to let them out because the pressure gets so intense. But they never prosecute any of the people who did these people wrong. And when they let them out of prison, they give them pennies for all the time they spent. Talking about human rights. Think about this. They took their ancestors, stole and kidnapped. They kidnapped millions and millions of us, Hebrew Israelites, stole us. So we lost whatever land we had on Mother Africa, on the continent of Mother Africa. We lost whatever land we had. We lost everything, our culture, our language, everything. Okay? And on top of it, bloodshed. And we, the survivors over the generations, had to build this country up and make this country rich and all its allies. Right? This is just one country as we were spread abroad to the four corners of the earth, as Abba Yahweh said he would do. Okay? So now they did all these things and got rich. And if you are white, one way or another in this country, you benefit off of what was done to us. And if you try to lie and say it's not true, the truth is not in you. Every white person, even those who come to this country that are not born here, I wouldn't say natives because they're not natives anyway, but if you were not born here and you come here just on the color of your skin, you have an advantage. Okay? Because of us, because of what was done to us and what continues to happen to us. So how can the U.S. They have not restored us. Let me stop. Let me not go any further. They have not restored us. They're giving money to Ukraine and even the natives of this land, the so-called Indians, well, the natives of this land. They got reparations. They got, it can't make up for what was done to them, and I'm not going to just excuse all what happened to them, but they got reparations. They got their own land allotted to them where they're their own sovereign. They got their own police force and their own government in certain areas in the United States. They got casinos, so they receive some sort of reparations to the descendants of those who took the brunt of what the U.S. did. The Japanese, when they were basically put in concentration camps, I think around World War II. I believe it was World War II. How those Japanese that were here in the U.S. when World War II broke out and Japan had dropped bombs on Pearl Harbor with the war with the U.S. They put those Japanese that were here in concentration camps, and they mistreated them whatsoever. They mistreated them. But anyway, they got reparations. But the worst atrocity in modern day history, hundreds and hundreds of years of brutality, but being put in the position of chattel slavery, treated as animals, and no reparations. But what we did get was prison sentence after hangings and after the chattel slavery, because we're still in captivity. As long as we haven't been restored and given our land back and compensation for everything, we're still in captivity, okay? We're not free. But even after all that, they still hate us. So what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. I can go on and on and on, and this won't be my last time. This channel is Mother Africa Be Calling. I can go on and on about the atrocities. We know them, but it's been dealing with it so long. You're born in it. You just get used to it and almost like you're numb to it, but it bothers you, but you live with it, right? So anyway, this channel, Mother Africa Be Calling. This is why I'm saying Mother Africa Be Calling. Okay? Mother Africa Be Calling. No, Africa, 54 countries, it's not perfect. Not perfect at all. Nowhere in this earth is perfect. That won't happen until Yeshua HaMashiach returns and make all things new. Okay? So when Mashiach returns, HaMashiach returns, and and his kingdom comes in, and then he turns it over to the Father at the end, hands over the kingdom to the Father. That's when all things will be perfect. but Mother Africa is not perfect. But what I'm saying, we are the baby children of Africa. That is our native land. That is our native land. We're stolen. We're here because we are stolen. Not because we wanted to be here. We're here. We're stolen people. Okay? And so the Father allowed it to happen for punishment, for bad behavior, being stubborn or stiff necked people, but He still loved us. He still loves us. So, uh, just like any punishment or any chastisement, it comes to an end. Okay? And so, our chastisement is coming to an end. What has come, it's at its near end. And so, my talk now is about going home. Okay? I know that, you know, the scripture says that, and which I truly believe the word, that He's going to gather us and put us back in our own land. Yep, that's going to happen because whatever He says is going to happen. But it does not, as we're getting together, and many of us are now looking forward to migrating back on the continent. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. If you can do it, if the Almighty tells you to do it, speak to your heart, and He's going to give you the means to do it. Whatever it takes, go. It's time. Time to go. It's time to go. I know some people are afraid. Hey, if you're afraid, then fine. I mean, this is not forcing anybody to do anything. I'm simply saying that Mother Africa be calling its children. It's time to go home. It's time to go home and let us see hear the values, like over here, all this stuff going on. You got train derailments starting to happen frequently with all kinds of chemical spills, poisoning the water, which was already poisoned most likely because they always doing something to make us unhealthy. Therefore, we can get sick, and the pharmaceutical companies can get paid. Basically, our government and the pharmaceutical companies are one now. Okay, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's obvious. The FDA is a commercial for Pfizer. It basically Pfizer doesn't even have to run commercials. I mean, the FDA is commercial. Okay, and so our government is basically a part of the business community, the elite, and it does and performs in every way to benefit them. And so while we're over here going through all these things, okay, interest rates going over, how this growing that by the day, just destroying the economy. I mean, it's who can buy anything when everything is so high, the interest rates, and they say that just to bring down inflation. No, because the interest rates by them being raised, the credit cards, interest on credit cards and everything, credit is gone up like quadruple. So what's happening? Basically, the banks, those who run and own the banks, they just getting more money. It's just ridiculous. Why people are struggling. You got, I mean, it's just mayhem here. It's like mudslides and over in California, all kinds of things on fire. You got tornadoes ripping it up. I mean, it's bad. Okay, it's this stuff happening. You know, just food is bad for you because it's got all kinds of chemicals and all, like, you can't get fruit anymore with seed in it because it's been modified, which is bad for you. Everything is going a mess. You got Supreme Court nominated, was put on the bench. We couldn't define what a woman is. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I mean, it's bad, okay? And you over in another country talking about human rights, you weren't about, not human rights of any people who are being murdered or mistreated or anything like that. No, you're talking about human rights about homosexuality. something that if two people want to get together behind closed doors, who would know about it? Something that's not even important, because if two people with the same sex cannot get married, they can still eat, they can still have jobs, they can still uh, be friends with each other, they can still do everything. They may not be in these African countries be able to be open with the with what they're doing, the intimacy. They may not be able to do that out in the open. But at the end of the day, if they are not out in the open with it, nothing happens to them. It's not even important. But it's important to Babylon. It's the spirit of Babylon that's trying to push this throughout the world, making that important. How important is that? A person's sexual preference. And you're not even stopping that, because do you see people out in the open? I'm talking about opposites, that male and female out in the open, even male and female, if they're out in the open, being too intimate, uh, exposing themselves sexually, let's say engaging in sexual activity, obviously they will be arrested, right? So that means that any time that people are doing sexual activity, whether it be uh, people who are of the opposite sex or same sex, is done behind closed doors. Normally, no one will see it. So why is that important? Why is it important to go into Africa, especially Africa, because they really have pounded Africa, to bring this to Africa? I'm sick of it. I don't really want to be bothered with it at all. Why is it important to take it to another country? Just do it in your country. If you enjoy sodomy, because if that's what's important, I mean, then do sodomy in the country that you already saturated with, and that's the US and other European countries. Okay? Because basically, the, it's like the most important things to them is uh, getting getting I don't know how, I don't want to say it without getting having a problem, but getting the thing put in your arm inside of me, getting Pfizered up or Modernaed up or sodomy. That's the leading things in the United States. How dare them? Like, we really want to be bothered with that? Get out of here, man. We got more concerns. People want to take care of their children, raise their children up, right? And then they pushing this stuff in the schools. So this is why we got to get out of here. They starting like in pre kindergarten and kindergarten, teaching children that there is no he or she, is they, and basically it's wrong to assume that a boy is a boy or a girl is a girl. You have to refer to them as they starting this young in school. We got to get our children out of the schools. And I know personally, because I have grandchildren, and I talked to my granddaughter, and she got me bothered with it because her teacher, she called her teacher Miss, and she asked her, why are you referring to me as Miss? The teacher was gay. She said she wanted to be referred to as they, a they. She's not. And this is what I'm talking about. So anyway, I can go on, but I'm gonna stop right here. Um, if you want to leave a comment, converse with me. But anyway, it's time. Mother Africa be calling us. We just gotta pray and just hang in there and have the Father keep, like Uganda, keep that spirit on the people that we hold up. Because I want to be somewhere where that kind of spirit is not there and it's not prevalent. We supposed to be fruitful and multiply. The most beautiful thing, the first thing Abba Yahweh made was he made the man, then he made woman and man, and he said, "Be fruitful and multiply." I mean, there is nothing more beautiful than the love between a man and a woman. That's a beautiful gift that Abba Yah gave to the man a woman, and the woman a man. We It's so beautiful to see the family, to see a husband and a wife and children. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And basically Satan want to destroy that. He knows how valuable that is because it's about life. But two men and two women together, two men, a man and a man, a woman, it's about death because you can't reproduce. It's the opposite. And it is just pure ugliness. It is opposite of everything. It is evil. I'm gonna stop right there. I'll get back to you, but anyway, soon I will be looking soon coming in a few months back on the continent of Africa. I believe I should be there for a while the next time, and I think I should be putting up more videos to just for those who subscribe to me. Alrighty.